Hi there, this is George Kosh. I just wanted to talk to you guys about the ad tracking system and say a special thank you to Linda Elzy. She's one of our top dealers, and you know, I get email all the time and through our sport forum, and people are asking for things, and of course I listen to everything, and this was a good idea because of the cloaking system. I normally could not have done this without our cloaking system, which excuse me, many of you know, you can take any URL using the different ads that we have here under ad examples, and you can turn it into a cloaked URL. Okay, and you can see it here. There's a little button you press and it cloaks it. You can also see this in the ClickBank store under masking and cloaking URLs, which for any URL in existence you can cloak it in here. And it'll show up here and you give it a little name, and you'll see the name is important. Also, again, in the ClickBank promo kit, we also have cloaking where you can mask the URL. So masking and cloaking are the same. And all of these things are created with your domain name and a little bit of code here, which directs people. And I'm going to show you a little more on that. Also the Magic List Builder. You can see that all of these are essentially the same, but they have a little CP on them. Okay, meaning capture page. But it is cloaking because it uses your domain name to send people. So you can see there's a lot of things that use this cloaking technology. It's all built into your silver or platinum domain name though. So you don't have to worry about, putting code in places and things like that. And many of you have seen when you go into these places that give you free ad tracking, they put their little banner at the top. We don't do that. I want to give you an overview again of what the ad tracker does, and I'm always really good at this stuff when I have a diagram. And let's just go through this quickly, and then I'm going to show you a little bit about the software. And the software, you can trust me on this, is very simple. You're right here. You do a lot of advertising through safe lists and traffic exchanges. And every time you run an ad or you do anything, you go back here and you say, let me grab my cloaked link, right? Because you go, for example, to the ClickBank promo kit and you do all kinds of advertising here, and this is the URL that you use up top here. Okay, and I can prove that to you because you go promo 1, and what happens is, just like in the bootcamp, these are the links that go up. So when people click on this link, that's good, but where did they come from? That's really important. Where are they coming from to click on that link? So what happens is you send all the ads out, person sees a link just like I showed you, and they click on it. What the cloaking technology does is it sends them to your website. And when they get to your website, it says, well, what was the page you wanted me to send them to? It checks in the database, easily finds it, and sends them. What you care about is the ad tracker. It is in here listening. This is like a big ear. And he's got a good eyeball. And he listens and he says, okay. Well, the user came from this IP address. And here is where they clicked from. In other words, if I was to click on something on this page, it would say, George clicked from a domain called bubble.us, and he was on the edit page. That's technology, and it's really cool. You don't need to worry about any of this stuff. All you do is you're going to go and look at this data. Okay, so it's going to say, user clicked on which link, where are they from, and what was their URL they were on, which could include their email box. It'll pull that in, and you get that data. Let's go look at some. This thing works while you're sleeping. So all of your ads that come in here, and I got to tell you, I was blown away when I started looking at some of my data, because I have done no promo today at all, but I was pretty amazed at how many people are clicking on my things. When you actually get in here, there might be a little bit of wording up here, okay? Like page type I still have to do. There's two types of pages, right? There's a cloaked page, and there's also the capture page. Remember the Magic List Builder? But really, who cares about that stuff? You do your advertising, you do your promoting using the cloaked links. Don't worry about it. This thing just works automatically. You can see I've had 101 clicks on these links today. Well, actually, I just built this program so in about 4 hours. And I've done no promo. But look at what is happening. I did a promo yesterday using a page called Magic List Bot. Look at all of the same page being hit. Here's one that I cloaked for this ad called Submit Your Article. Now you're probably saying, well, what is this page? Click on it. See a little pop-up come up, and I'll bring that into your view. This is just telling me that this is the original URL. This is what the cloaked one looks like. And here's the name I gave it. So you're going to say right away, this was from me doing a promo in the ClickBank promo kit, because I remember this name. And you can name this whatever you want. When you cloak a link, though, for the most part, we automatically put something in here that'll let you know. It also shows you how many clicks you've gotten in all of time. In other words, how many clicks have you received to that link, period. It makes it quick and easy to look it up. And you can just close that window. You can go in here too, for example, and I could say, copy paste systems. I wonder how that's going. And then I go down here. I look and I say, okay, well, all right, I've had quite a few. You can also determine where they're coming from. And then this is the reason I did this. IPs are great, times are great, but what I really want to know is where are the links coming from? In other words, list Volta members. This must have been an email. Okay, so somebody got an email and they clicked on that link. These look like they're all from my safe list postings, and I did a whole bunch yesterday. Because I did the promos yesterday, a lot of people don't check their mail. They're not, crazy like me and like most of you guys checking their email all the time. Here was another one for a link coming in from one of my main sites, and people string, look at this, this is a mailbox. Okay, so what you got to get from this is a feel for what's working and what's not working. Okay, and you're going to say, hey, I did this really big promo to this site, and it was called joeschmo.com. Well, I don't see it. You can go up here, and you could say, well, hang on a minute. I sent this page out called Magic Article Control. Okay, say I did that yesterday. And I went, gosh, first of all, let me just find, how many people are coming. Oh, well, I only got one. Well, that's really weird. Or you could say, I wonder if I got any hits from this particular website. Like Safe List, List Extreme. Okay, just for example, contains that. We'll keep that blank, and I could say, well, I guess I didn't get any. Okay, so stuff like that is all possible with this. We're going to be able to go through, and you can look up stuff. What I prefer to do is just from my point of view is I like knowing now where all of my stuff is going. Like, in other words, if I'm marketing and promoting, I'm saying to myself, I'm running ads in these safe lists. Now with this data, I can say, well, these 3 safe lists are working and these 2 are not. So I'm going to coordinate all of my ads for that place. It's endless what you can do with this, especially with the search ability, right? To be able to go and search for the different sites. Worldprofit has used a more sophisticated system than this for all of you with the landing pages and things, but since we're all using cloaking, this is definitely a really good thing. It will output up to 200 per page, and then there will be a little next button here if you want to go see more. What I like doing is I like just searching for particular bits of information and having it pull up like List Jumper or something. Okay, so I hope that helped, and do enjoy this, and yeah, I'll be putting the video up today, I guess. Thanks a lot.